There's a spot down in South America where it's summer every day and the waves break with the consistency of a perfectly timed clock. This is a place that wave riders and kitesurfers who dream of quiet kite beaches should have at the top of their must-do destinations list. Today we are checking out Mancora, Peru. My name is Crystal Vaness. Welcome to Destinations. Peru has only recently hit the radar of the world kitesurf community, and it is everywhere. If you've seen magazine covers of picture-perfect barrels and videos of endless lefts, then you've probably seen a slice of what the northern Peru coast has to offer. This arid equatorial country has incredible culture, and it is a dream destination for water sports. Not to mention, it can make for a pretty affordable trip for the adventurous traveler. On this episode of Destinations, we are going to give you all the information you need to know about kitesurfing and traveling to Máncora, Peru. In Mancora, the best times to kite are between June and December, but there is potential for wind throughout the year. There's typically at least 4 days of rideable wind right in Máncora, but if you are willing to drive anywhere from 20 minutes and up to a few hours away, there's usually wind or waves somewhere on the coastline. Wind strength can vary greatly based on the spot and the forecast, but come prepared for a wide range of wind anywhere from 12 to 30 knots. Kite sizes from a 6 to 12 meter are recommended here. While the wind strength can vary, it's usually very stable wind and almost always a version of a southwest direction. Being so close to the equator, the weather here is pretty much warm and dry year-round. The only time you'll need a jacket is when the wind is really blowing. The water temperature is also fairly warm, but it's not really bikini board shorts warm. You should definitely bring a wetsuit, at least a shorty and up to a 3mm wetsuit for the cooler days. While there are launch spots all along the coastline here in northern Peru, we are going to give you the lowdown on kiting right here in Mancora, which is the best place to start your kite trip. Once you're here, you can get some intel on the kite spots a little further along and join some of the local kiters and other riders who are here looking for the best wind and waves. We hang out with the crew at Máncora Kite Club, and they're located in the beachfront hotel zone on the northern end of town, which is also the downwind side. While it is possible to kite up and around the promenade area and the busier tourist beach, it's not really a safe place to launch and land kites, and there's very little room on the beach, so you definitely want to be launching from the downwind side. The further north and downwind you go, the better off you are. This spot has a sandy beach and side shore to side onshore wind with a beach break. So when there's swell, this means the beach break can be quite large, which is great for wave riders, but it can also mean a more difficult shore break, which is a little more difficult for beginners. But it's worth it. Once you get out past the breaking waves, there is the whole Pacific Ocean as your playground. On the beach, depending on the tides, there may be limited space to set up and launch, so this is a spot to take a little extra time, especially because there are some obstacles near the beach, near the hotels. You can also go further downwind where there is even more beachfront to set up and go. This spot is never really very busy, so when we were there, we never saw more than 15 kites on the water at a time. It's a great place to go if you don't like busy kite beaches. When it's not windy in Mancora or the swell isn't working for you, maybe it's too big or too small, you may want to head off to one of the other spots. So beginner riders will love a spot like Los Órganos, which is less than 30 minutes away, and there's little to no beach break there. So it's a great place to go if the swell is way too big. If you are looking for waves though, you may want to head out to a spot like Tres Cruces or Lobidos, but these are adventurous destinations and they might be a little challenging to get to. The best way to visit these spots is to link up with a group like the Máncora Kite Club crew or one of the other local kite centers and go on a team mission. As for riding level, this spot is friendly for all levels of riders, from pro wave riders to freestylers and even beginner level kite surfers. For beginners, it can be a bit of a challenging depending on the size of the shore break, but most of the kite schools, including Máncora Kite Club, will take beginner riders to beaches which are easier to get into the water at when the waves are big. As for riding style, Peru is really a dream destination for wave riders. You can bring your twin tip or your foil here. Both of those styles of riding are friendly in this location, but if it's waves you're looking for, this is the place to be. On the facility side, this is definitely a limited spot, so come prepared. Bring all of the gear you need and maybe a repair kit just in case. While most of the schools do have gear available for rent and the capacity to repair gear, you do want to be prepared in this destination. Off the water, you've got lots of choices for beachfront hotels and hostels, and the two main kite schools in town, Máncora Kite Club and Wild Kite, are both based right on the beachfront. Where those guys are located are really the best place to stay if you want to roll out of bed in the morning and head to the beach to start kiting. Think of this spot as a bit of a sleepy surf town with a bit of a hip vibe and very slow internet. There are a couple things to watch out for here in this spot, and that's on the beach in Mancora closest to town. There are lots of obstacles on the beach, including retaining walls, rocks, people, horses, ATVs, so you definitely want to stay away from the beach or further downwind where there's less stuff to watch out for. The other thing, of course, is the size of the waves. So if the swell is huge and you're not very confident in the waves and in heavy water, you may want to take your time and ask around and see if there's a better spot or a point of entry for you. If you are checking out some of the off the beaten path kite spots, don't go alone. You might want to link up with some locals on these missions because there is often sand driving, and if you don't have the right vehicle and aren't prepared with snacks, water, sunscreen, you may find yourself in a bit of trouble. Don't forget to check out one of the local kite centers to get linked up for some of these missions and to get even more local tips on what to look out for on these spots. Máncora in northern Peru are an absolute must visit for the passionate wave rider and riders of every level who are looking for a unique cultural experience and a session in warm-ish waters. This is definitely a dream group trip destination, so whether you're going on a kite and yoga retreat or a wave riding retreat with a group like Semana Legacy, or you're just going with your own group of friends and checking out the spots, this is a place where there is awesome riding and beaches for every level and style of rider. For more information on this spot, including some handy local contacts and information on where to stay, eat, and play, you can check out the link to the written spot guide, and you'll find that by clicking on the I in the corner of the video and or checking the link which is down in the description. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for even more kite destinations and kiteboarding content. And if you have any questions about Máncora, Peru, or what kind of gear to bring on a wave riding trip, you can leave us a comment below, hit us up on the website, or reach out to me on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Destinations.